We are live at the Saucy Boys Studios with Jarrell, aka Nike Man. Get checks, get buckets. You already know what it is.
What's up, y'all? What's up?
Episode 6, season 2.
Yeah.
We got my man James in the studio. As always, Jarrell. What's good, bro? I haven't seen you in a second.
A year, bro. How you feeling?
Living.
This is
Word.
crazy.
Living the
because
dream.
I wanted to give you guys just like your space because like I was just like I'm gonna let these guys haven't seen each other.
And then he
in
brought
so
brought
long.
one of my other homies too. I was like, yo, I didn't even
Yeah.
expect any of that.
Came through with my boy Donnie Brumell. Got my brother Jeru Gray out there. My bro Feek out there. Shout out to them too.
Shouts to them.
You know,
Shit.
but
Talk to me.
Yeah.
How far back?
man, so me and Nick, we got connected through Donnie actually, and me and
Okay.
Donnie go
Facts.
back like.
It was
I
that
met-
party of Frost.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like ever since then, me and Nick, we clicked because like we were very like open-minded people, and like I love the things that he had going. He already had his plan for life like almost kind of like set out and
Mhm.
written, and I love that because like most of the times a lot of young people they don't have a plan or a
Mm.
schedule, and like I'm one of those people who like I only prone on that like
Okay.
I live by that every day.
Yeah.
So like people like that, I love like those
Click
type
the
of people
time.
around my
Yeah.
circle. Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
Facts.
So like ever since then it was like it became closer to that. Like, you know, it's like it's whatever. Like, really and truly, like if this man needed me for whatever, like he knows I got him.
That's a
Yeah.
fact.
We both in college. We trying to do
Mhm.
the right things and move on.
Yeah.
Keep it going.
It's
That's
always
real
been
shit.
like that, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
for
definitely
sure.
always been like that.
Yep. And like that's how it's always gonna be for sure though. Like,
Yeah.
Like we got a lot of things. We always talk about investments, and
Mm.
like that's the biggest.
heard
thing
some of
now-
that.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing nowadays too. Like I be trying to tell like a lot of people that I know like the right time with investing. And it's not even just like about money when I say investing. Like it's about investing your time, your whole schedule, everything that is around you. Like that is all important
Yeah.
because that's gonna help you actually become the person you're trying to reach forward to. Also,
Mhm.
look, what's up, bro?
It's good, dog.
What's good, cuz? We live right
Just
now.
be careful with that camera, homie.
But yeah,
Anyway,
But anyway, so
you
let's
could probably head in. You
Yeah.
can say, hey,
Yeah,
man,
yeah, hop
just
in.
pop in.
we got my bro Feek in here.
shouts to him.
You gotta put your head down because it's kind of, yeah. You can say, yeah.
It's a big studio.
Anyway, it's a big
It's
spot.
a big
I
studio.
love this spot.
Yeah,
Shouts
for
to
real.
Saucy
Shouts
once
to
again.
Saucy, straight up. So
Anyway.
let's just dive right into
Yeah,
it.
go
Let's
for it.
let's talk about like some of your musical
Yeah.
inspirations and
Because
how
I don't know a lot about you. He knows the front and back.
Right.
And I'm just interested. I'm
Right.
here to, honestly, like, this is like a listening for me. Because
Yeah.
I like your shit a lot.
So yeah, like I be doing a lot of things. I'm real versatile. Like
Mm.
I like playing sports, but like I like writing music though too, 'cause like I can express really how I feel like on a notepad or a pen, like, and then when I really say what I be writing down out loud to myself, it's like a way different vibe also, 'cause I can actually feel like what I'm actually speaking about on a different level, and like I feel like this is something that like a lot of people can connect to because they already have given me feedback. A lot of people like up and down the East Coast,
That's the truth.
people from the West Coast, outside of this country, like, and it hasn't even been something that I like.
You haven't
really,
even
like,
been actively
yeah,
pushing
I
it.
didn't even drop a tape yet or nothing. Like,
Nothing.
you
You
feel
been doing
me?
it for
I
fun.
got the mixtape coming real soon. Check it in the mixtape. It's been postponed. Like I was supposed to drop it June 25th, but some things happened and everything like
What happened?
around that time. So like June 13th, my boy who I was supposed to link up with and
Mhm.
actually finish a piece of this tape with, like he passed away. He ended up dying
Damn.
getting shot. Yeah, so like that
I'm
kind of
sorry
like
to hear that, bro.
yeah, rest in peace, Cal. But you feel
Yeah,
me,
straight
like.
up.
But like now, like it's like a lot of things like still got to keep on going forward. But like it kind of like was a time where like that was in the way, and like some things with it just getting really mixed and mastered. Like
Yeah.
it wasn't really just like with Kel. Like that was a big portion because at the time that didn't like give me any type of motivation to release it. Like you know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
it was kind of like a sad thing at the time, but most of the
Yeah.
part, like the biggest part of it was like really mixing and mastering and trying to get it like 100% professionalized and everything.
He was
so
the one
that
doing it.
sounds good.
He was mastering it.
No, he's not mixing and mastering it.
We
We were
had a
just
verse.
we were just gonna work on a feature together.
Did you get any of that recorded?
No, we didn't, and that's like what's like kind of the sad part about it. But like I'm still gonna get it on for him.
Sample
You
some
feel
of
me?
YouTube videos
We
that
both
you guys had.
Yeah. We both had the
That's
same
smart.
birthday, June 25th, and I've known him all my life. Like him and my mom are like really close, and his mom are close really too. Like they got the same birthday.
Mm.
Like it's kind of crazy, but like. You know, I gotta keep it pushing. There's like a lot of that stuff always happens, but like I can't really like compress my mind to that because it's still life at the end of the day. A lot that you gotta just keep it going with. Like, you feel me?
You talk a lot about drive.
Yeah. Exactly.
What drives you the most?
Shoot, really like I feel like me knowing like where I've been, not getting anywhere. Like I know how that feels, and like I know like everybody has their own like hard faults and like they feel like they get down to like their lowest, but like I feel like I've like been down to my lowest like on a different type of level, like, and everybody can say that also, like, but like that really made me realize that it can't be like that. Like I don't want to shoot for that. Like I'm trying to really be successful by just being consistent. And that's the biggest thing that's going to make me realize that it's something really bigger there for me and out here for me if I could just keep on being consistent. Because I seen how it goes when you're consistent. It's just a natural born thing. You're consistent. Things are going to open up. You're going to get provided more things for you in the whole nine. And like that's real life. Like if you're not consistent, you're going to have a drought. And when you have droughts, everything stops. When everything stops, nothing is moving.
And you know what I noticed with you, Jarrell? Your marketing game is on point.
Yeah.
Like even when you're not marketing, this man is marketing.
Oh yeah,
like,
yeah. A lot of I like.
You can sell water to a fish, bro.
Yeah,
I seen it.
Yeah, like I really like had some good talks with a lot of people. Like
you seem to have a good understanding of like just like communicating with people and how to get them to like hear you out.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Cause like that's a big thing. Like when you're speaking to somebody, it's as simple as that. Like. You can just tell how the conversation's gonna go, how you're just speaking to a person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Most of the times, you just want that to always be like, kind of like a positive thing.
Yeah, but you also know when it's like that fake shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because then you just cut it off quick. Like
Yeah.
you just wrap it up real quick.
That's it. It's over.
And like after that, it's like you don't want that again because that's not your energy. But like now you're aware that can't be around you though. Like sometimes I like when things like that happen because it just makes me more aware. Like all right. Maybe like I chill with him and my boy or through my cousin or whoever the case may be, my uncle, but I don't want to go there no more. I don't like that vibe, like whatever the case may be.
No need to be fake if you don't need to be.
Exactly.
It's crazy, yo.
So let's jump into like the roots of all this shit for you.
Yeah.
Let's break it down to baby Nike man.
Shoot,
started from the crib.
I love that.
Started from the crib straight up.
Shoot, like I said earlier, like I'm real versatile. Like growing up, it was different. I was always moving around back and forth, like in Philly, outside of Chester County, like Lancaster County. I used a skateboard. I was doing that. I was about to become like an amateur in Newark, Delaware, for Switch Skate Shop. Like I was skating.
Whoa.
Yeah, I've seen him. He's actually pretty filthy.
10 years old, I picked up my first skateboard from my boy John.
But see, that's the thing with you, yo. You pick up anything, you're gonna be good at it.
Yeah,
I haven't seen him do anything.
That's what I try to push for, though. You know what I mean? Like I stopped skateboarding because I really had to, like 8th grade, I had to really focus on like real life necessities, like for my household, because things wasn't in shape with my house, so it wasn't like I could have the free time that I like actually had.
Yeah.
And tried to use.
Do you know a lot about skateboarding culture?
Yeah, decent amount.
It's so interesting because it's so easy to get just like want to be outside and skate all the time and kick it with your boys and like listen to me. It's like more of a spiritual thing because like I tried to skate for a while. Did it go well? Absolutely not. But like, you know what I mean? But
gave it a try.
It was
bigger than that.
It's bigger than that. It's like a community.
Exactly.
It's like music. It's like going to play a sport. It's just separate, and I don't think a lot of people realize that. And you can get trapped. You can get into some shit where it's like, oh, I was skating for 4 days straight. I just, I know kids that would just like go to sleep and wake up and skate, not shower.
Up, I'm talking about.
That's all they do.
Wake up in the morning, meet up with 10, 20 people, skate till the sun is like pretty much about to
get
go
some
down.
food here and there, like, yeah.
And like after that, then I was still moving a lot. Like I said, like this was like 8th grade, 9th grade. Went to Oxford High School. I was there, tried to play like sports for that whole year, but I really didn't like know where I was like trying to be in shape with. Like at this point,
What were you playing?
Like I was playing basketball and I was planning on running track. Like
Mean crossover.
yeah, but
Mean shit.
so I didn't really like that though, cause like I said, I was still focused on like some like real life necessities though. Like I was like thinking like the plan was bigger than that stuff. So then I ended up moving to Florida that following summer. Went to Broward County, Florida in 10th grade.
Yeah.
And it was crazy down there. Like it was beautiful.
Was it just a different
talk about
situation?
Florida a little bit. Like talk about some of the people that you met down in Florida.
Like a lot of the people that I met in Florida, like they're good people, like really successful people. I went to Piper High School. It's like 4,000 students there. Like and like at the time it was like a lot going on. Like it's one of the fastest growing cities in this nation.
Yeah.
And like Kodak Black, he was there. He transferred from Wood and Rogers. Like that's like an alternative school. Josiah Extension, rest in peace, X. Like he was there also.
R.I.P.
And like a lot of people like that go there. Pretty much, it wasn't like a clout chasing thing, but everybody had like so much support and like so much energy around them that it was like everybody had their chance. Like that's what it seemed like.
It seemed like a lot of young people were getting it too out there, like really getting to
like,
it, whether it be in the streets or in the music.
Exactly, like everybody down there was doing productive things, but it was just like I said, it's anywhere you go. Like it's about that energy. Like
it's also one thing to be hungry.
True.
That's a big part of it.
Exactly.
And in that area, I've seen a lot of kids come out of there that are just like fucking ready to eat, just all the time.
Cause it's a lot of like it's less like simplified up north. Like I know that difference. Like it's way faster up here. I feel like just because like there's a lot going on up here. There's so much going on.
Really,
it's hot as hell down there. You gotta move slow.
Yeah, it's like the life down there is slowed down. Like more relaxed when like you said, it's about being hungry. Like when you're young, you're not trying to be slow. You're trying to keep your foot on the gas pedal, and like that's what like a lot of young people, they just take that like to their advantage like too much though. Like, and that's when they just get big headed. Like they can't run with it too
there's
much.
a lot of distractions. When you live close enough to a coast, there's enough distraction to see that slowdown. And I think like being landlocked in a state like this, like it's beneficial, but it's also like we're fucking bored all the time.
You have no choice but to be productive.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like it was crazy down there. Like, it was crazy because like I lived up north like my whole life, so down there it was just always a different perspective. Like I went down there in 7th grade also. Like I went to Bear Middle School. Like it was a different perspective there too, because it was like I seen all of those people in 7th grade again in 10th grade, like more matured and stuff, and it was like.
Oh, so you left?
Yeah.
So that there was a gap. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
There was a gap.
Sorry, I wasn't following.
Yeah, like I went to school up in PA up until 7th grade. Then 7th grade, I went to Florida.
Yep.
And then I left after 7th grade.
Okay.
8th and 9th grade, went to school in PA. And then I went back to Florida, then came back to PA.
How'd that feel coming back? Like to Florida? Like seeing because you said like the maturity, but like
it was crazy because like I was really trying to get in contact with a lot of people that I knew from 7th grade, and most of them, like how we were talking about earlier about like the fake love and stuff, like people were really showing fake love to me. Like some people that I was really like, I felt like I had like a close connection to in 7th grade, like they were like pretty much like showing me their ass like when I was really kind of reach out to them, but like that didn't make me like feel no type of way or like like down and out or anything like that.
Made you
like,
hungrier.
I'm stronger than that.
Yeah.
It just made me think like even more like dang, like this is how people really are though. Like you know what I mean? But like so like after
you
that,
learn it quickly.
You
Like as soon as
learn
you
it
start to
quickly.
do something like somewhat productive, and maybe I don't know if it's this area or not.
Nah,
but
bro, this is a real life thing. People
it's just
bullshitting
crazy.
all over.
But like even over the smallest things,
Mm-hmm.
like we had a conversation recently, and like yeah, we're doing this, we're out here, we're having a good time, but we're not. And these kids were like dick riding us for like 20 minutes while we were talking to them in the apartment, and it was like, what are you doing, bro?
Exactly.
That's not what this is about at all. Like be a real person
Yeah,
for
be-
1 second. This was right before we called you.
Genuine
Mhm.
interest is way different.
Yeah,
Like
right.
when you have a genuine interest in somebody, you
Yeah.
can really tell.
And
Right.
that was the big flip for me because we
Mhm.
called you right after that, and I was like, okay,
Yeah,
we have
yeah.
somebody who has a level head.
Yeah.
But yeah, like a lot of that stuff, like a lot of traveling up and down the East Coast and everything, like that made it like even like easier for me to express my feelings when I write music too, cause I've been through a lot of different experiences
Mhm.
also, like while I was traveling my whole life, and like when I write and like I be really writing about like some real life stuff that's happened, and like most people can relate to, like just cause it's just a different type of vibe.
Mm.
Like I know some people say like music nowadays, like yeah, they feel the vibe, but like when you really listen to the stuff that I'm saying, like you can actually feel it physically, like and
You're
that's
lyrical.
like yeah,
You know how to tell a story,
yeah,
and that's
like,
hard now.
and like that's like a different type of vibe. What I was trying to like alliterate like a few seconds ago, like,
Mhm.
and that's how I try to really like give it though, like, cause that's how I really feel. That's the best way it's gonna be expressed. Like
Yeah, I've heard you drop some
know.
shit like just sitting down one time. Like we were in my car, just recording shit. And, like he was just spitting some bars. I got chills, bro. Like straight up.
It's just so hard to like. It's so hard for people to like understand what that means now. The ability
don't-
to do that and
yeah.
how it's not even that it's like a hard situation. Like it's
Mhm.
difficult to like master it, right, and understand like where to execute like on certain words and things like that to
Right.
drive your
Mhm.
audience.
exactly.
But it's another thing to like feel like actually if I'm sitting there, I want to feel it.
Yeah.
You know,
Like
like when he was playing me your stuff, like I was like, I feel this.
Exactly.
And if you haven't made me feel some type of way in any way, like
You're not
I don't
getting
know,
on.
you're not
That's just what it is.
like when I sit down and I promote every morning, right? Like it was fuck shit because I was trying to get some numbers. I was like, oh, James is doing something, but like now it's real. It's all real. I want
Yeah.
something real. And the person that like really instilled that, not just instilled it, like I always knew it was there, but like looked at me and said, okay, you have something. It's him, you know.
Mhm.
And it's like, I don't know. I can see the similarities in both of you just in the conversations that you're having. Like you have it. It's real. And when you sit down, you spit that shit. Like that's when people like can say like people are gonna hate and they're gonna say shit because they can't match a competition like that.
and
Exactly.
they definitely can.
They're scared.
Yeah,
they're
that's what
scared,
it
bro.
is.
And like and that's what I be trying to really break down to people also too, like even through the music, like it's not even about none of that hating or anything. Like,
Mm-hmm.
some people, most of the times, some people just hate just because of how much love somebody else is getting.
True.
But like
Facts.
it's not
Definitely
even
true.
about that, cause you can find your own love. It's just about finding your self love first, like, cause really
That's-
and truly, like I have a lot of people that really love me, but like I'm not sure if I can go to like every one of those people though and really
When your
like-
back's up against the wall.
like really like put my life on the line.
Mhm.
Like, you know what
Yep.
I mean? That type time.
Fuck yeah.
And like I can only do that for myself. That's what I'm talking about with that self love. Cause
Yeah.
like, that makes me realize like I feel as though I'll have a better understanding with everybody else. And
Mm.
that's what makes me feel like connected to everybody else. You know what I mean? When
Yeah.
I say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's exactly like
I think
how I move every day. That's how I move.
You
It's
want to so like I feel like from you what I'm getting is every time you kind of open your mouth, regardless if it's like you're putting a verse down or you're just having a conversation in general, right?
It's positivity.
It's positivity, and it seems like you want to make an impact.
exactly.
Mm.
It's like, and it's like, it's not even like me making an impact, cause like I know I make an impact every day, like especially for my family, like people like my nickname is
That's the
Peter
truth.
Griffin, cause like people call me Family Guy. Like,
Straight up.
you know, I make
Yeah.
impacts every day in my life, so
Yeah.
I know how
Straight
it
up.
feels to make an impact.
Oh, yeah.
already. Like I want people to actually realize though, cause it seems like nowadays, like a lot of people, they don't realize, and it's not like the fact that they don't realize some things that are going around. It's just that
Pull this closer for me.
it's just that they're like like in the heat of the moment with life, like they're moving too fast. They're
Mhm.
not
Yeah.
really sitting down, breaking down their thought process of what they're actually
Yeah,
planning.
and we've talked about this before.
We definitely.
Right.
It's
talked about
a
this.
it's it's the mixture of what's in front of us, right?
Exactly.
Like when
right.
you look at it and like all of these kids and how attached and how zoned in they are to like social media and shit now.
Right.
Like they watch this stuff and they're 12 years old and they look like these guys, and you, it's hard to like figure out like whether or not it's just like something that's gonna be a fad or is this life now. Because you can just hop on any kid can hop on anything. Any
Mhm.
kid can be like, oh, I'm all about this, and they can put on a facade.
Exactly.
Everybody, when we were young, right?
Yeah.
We didn't really have like we had cartoons and shit that we could like base our imagination off of. Because imagination, it just stems from literally a base.
Mhm.
And now these kids have this base where like if we're looking at it from a music standpoint, like I said with those the kid that I was talking to sound like fucking 6ix9ine talking to a live stream.
Who the one that called you?
The one, yeah,
Yeah, we had somebody call you before,
call before you.
and he was like very eager, and I like that.
Mm-hmm.
But you can be too eager sometimes.
Mhm.
It's hard
So-
because you want to see young kids like that be humble.
Exactly.
And I think that's where we come in too, is when
Yeah.
they come to us. And that's where guys like you come in too. Like, because what I mean by going back to the whole impact situation, like having that on artists is going to, like, just you as a person is just going to grow, like everything that you're
Exactly,
talking
right.
about, like connecting with kids that like, even just from the area that you're touched in, like right now.
Exactly.
Yeah,
you know?
nobody has a bad thing to say about Nike, man.
Exactly.
That's just
I
what
was
it
gonna
is.
Yeah.
Say, like social media, like not to hit on that point.
Yeah,
again,
go
like,
for it.
When you were talking about social media, like my social media base, like it's pretty strong. Like I don't have I have thousands of followers, but I don't have hundreds of thousands of followers.
Right.
Like displayed on the media, but like I know I have a lot of followers
Eyes.
in real life though.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that know Nike,
Bro,
man.
like-
You say Nike,
like,
man, you know what's up.
You know, like everywhere.
Mhm.
And, like I feel like after like when everybody really hears my mixtape that I'm trying to release, like checking in the mixtape, the
Mhm.
project I'm working on.
Yeah.
By chance, I didn't hit that note yet, but that's what it is called.
What's your
Check In
plan
the
for the
Mixtape.
what's your if you have a drop, do you have a drop date
So,
or
yes, it was supposed to be released June 25th, but it's being postponed, like I said earlier.
okay.
From mixing and mastering. And
So you're just kind of waiting on when that's
yeah,
going to
So like everything is pretty much finalized. So just know it's coming soon. Hopefully
yeah.
it's gonna come
awesome.
possibly before August 5th, and that's coming real soon.
That's
so,
coming real soon.
That's next week.
Yeah, next week.
Yeah, let us
So
know.
Please.
tune in.
Jesus Christ.
Nike
Yeah.
Man Rao.
Exactly.
August 5th.
Shit.
We'll be doing a show that week.
Yup.
Yep.
Yep.
But yeah. So like when I really dropped that, I just want people to understand like that the type of artist I am.
Mhm.
Like I'm really versatile. Like I hit on earlier. Like I hit on that word a lot because a lot of people aren't like that. They really can't switch up a lot of things. I have a lot of different feels
and do it well.
for a lot of people.
True.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like we were conversing about earlier. Like I have elderly people who like they like my music just because I have some music that is for them specifically. I got younger people that's for them because that's specifically for them. Like
Catering to a bigger
infants,
audience.
Like yeah, like it goes.
Do you think that somewhere down the line you have to find your strong point? Because there's a lot of people out here that can be versatile and they have a general understanding of how to do it and their audience receives it well. Now, as somebody who's a musician, I mean, you're gonna receive that differently. You're gonna be very technical with it, right? But it's being received well. What do you do when you have all these different your hands and all this shit, right? And you could be versatile, but I haven't seen anybody really just be famous from being versatile. It's like they were
True.
a certain way before they got
Right.
put on,
Mhm.
and then they were like, all right, I have this versatility in my back pocket. Let me show them. Do you
Yeah.
think you got to find like a specific path to just like jump from and then
I
just
see what you're saying. I
branch,
see what you're
you
saying.
know?
Well, no, really, because like that's the beautiful thing about it too. With that question you asked, because I wanted to like be more like of a natural feeling, like how you said like artists they feel like they go into like the game with a specific type of flow or something, and then they pull it out their back pocket. But like people will know though that I already have different flows and relate. That's why
So you do it because you love it,
the
basically.
yes, like that's why the connection is where it is, cause like
Yeah.
they understand that it's always gonna be said different, but like it's always gonna be something important that I'm displaying, whether if it's like for me just hitting somebody with the hardest punchlines, like punchlines nobody ever heard, or for
Exactly.
me really talking to these people, telling them really how to do some things in life that they can apply to become better, like simple as that.
Mhm.
Truth.
Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
but
Sure.
Got 5.
Got 5 minutes. Okay. So past Florida, you came back to Pennsylvania, and then it was just it was a wrap from there. What's good?
Oh, I actually moved to Lancaster County, and I met a lot of people in that area, like including Nick itself.
Yeah.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
and it became like a big thing these past few years. Like I went to Goldie Beacon College after I graduated in Delaware,
Yeah.
and I'm about to transfer to Kutztown University. I'm about to be a junior there.
You're about to love that.
Yeah.
That Kutztown does not get enough credit. Like,
It's a
I
lot
see
of
a
fun.
lot of creative
Yeah,
people
I've,
come out of
It's a
there.
lot of fun.
Yeah,
I shoulda
have,
went there.
I have a lot of background info already about Kutztown that I know.
You
like,
definitely know some
I
people
know
out there
a lot
too.
of people there,
Mhm.
including, like the basketball team facility that I'm trying to get involved with also.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, like there's a lot of things that I'm trying to get involved with up there, but that's the plans for right now.
Mhm.
And this tape, like, just 'cause I really feel like I have to get it off my chest, 'cause this is.
You're waiting a
was supposed to
while.
be released last year.
Yeah.
June
And there's a
24th.
lot. There's a lot that comes with it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. I mean,
It
like we
wasn't-
touched on earlier, but
Mhm.
you know,
Yeah.
Right, because the year before that, previously, when I was really supposed to drop it, I didn't drop it because Miles Clark passed away.
yeah.
And, like, that was, like, something that was, like, I wasn't, like, I wasn't motivated because I was still going into my freshman year of college. Mind you, like I said earlier, like, I'm pretty strong-headed, like, so it wasn't, like, that death was going to make me quit.
It didn't it wasn't like the be all and end all effect.
Yeah, 'cause like it hurt me a lot 'cause he was really like a brother to me, but like in the back of my head after that happened, like it just was just like I'm gonna definitely just get it from now on, 'cause this is what he strived for. He was somebody like me, like really open-minded, and like anything he did,
Inspiration for
anything
you.
he did, like I swear, anything he did, like it was like going to light up the whole room.
Mm.
Anything,
Yeah.
anything. He was one of them type of people, and that's hard to find. So like a death like that made me like really strong. Also, like I deal with a lot of tragedies, but that death kind of made me like had me in my thinking place. Like
Yeah. Once you
yeah.
get up here for a little bit,
Yeah.
it's either one of those things that's like, oh, I got this,
you
or it's
don't.
like, ooh, what the fuck,
Exactly.
you know?
Right.
And that solely comes from you.
Yeah, you're definitely a strong person,
Yeah.
but we could try to channel some of that energy
Yeah.
coming up here in a second.
Yeah. You trying to spit?
Yeah,
trying to spit some shit
already
for us?
know.
Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give you guys this.
Yeah. Yeah. We're gonna take a quick commercial break,
Quick
and
commercial break.
we'll be right back.
And we are back. You just peeped the commercial that we actually did last fall,
November.
man.
It's like
Time
coming up
flies.
on a year.
Time
Really
flying. But anyway, like we
Shout out
prefaced
to
before.
NicksKicks.com. Sorry, I just had to throw that in there.
Appreciate that's love.
So,
Like we prefaced before the commercial break. So we're gonna get into some bars.
Yeah.
yeah, I got a little something for y'all. It's a little still feeling me Jadakiss John. You feel me?
Make sure that mic's like right
Yeah.
here.
In your mitt.
I said, They still feel me in the hood. They love how I carry it. Got my check right, Nike to this beat start airing shit. Gave a trap jack to my young boys, they start pairing it. In the streets, family guy, still taking care of his. I gotta keep it pushing, swear I will never fold. Y'all new ways, my old look got me feeling old. Rarely wear ice, swear I freeze, I be so cold. You got a gun and you can pull it, think that make you bold. My old heads will put your whole family tree on hold. Let my cheese stay cold till I start to see it mold. Buy a gas station, rent it out until I'm old. Played every strip, stayed on the yellow brick road. God on my side, pumped off of blessings, feeling suave. Feel my youngin' hit his crib and killed his auntie, hurt his soul. So he spun the block, 40 leaking from his pole. Now my young boy sitting till that nigga old. I've lived a crazy ass life, 1,000 grams of Pac-Man, trying to chase a ghost all white. I was trying to get my bread up, just to get fly. Long days I would struggle, I was thinking why, man this shit ain't right. Open up the crib, apple to the left, baking soda on the right. All these damn boxes, man, my uncle's getting right. Lights off 30 days, man, my vision wasn't right. Stay patient, young man, soon you'll be alright. Yeah, soon you'll be alright. Thinking about miles while I'm riding on the jet ski, shit been different. I've been lost ever since my brother left me. He in the dirt, I'm forever gonna respect him. Yes, I got the answers why even try to test me. Step off the plane, pretty mommy, my new bestie. I ain't tryna cuff, she start talking about just let me. Oh man, I think I might move on to Becky. Cause yeah, Becky give me incredible Becky. I'm concrete, I'm tryna pave my path. The goal to get checks since they working on my craft. Swerving through the lane, I see 80 on the dash. Every damn payment made, only paid it all in cash. You lost and turned out, you was rich, man, that's sad. None of my business, I'm like Kermit with my glass. Walking through Philly, I see smokers on the ass and young boys 12 o'clocking. And some niggas played the ad. When I'm in the burbs, I just smile, I just laugh. I just lit a back where you can smell it through the pack. Thinking about the past and how I got all what I have. Up and down the East Coast, I'm around up on the map. Winter time, coming hoodie up, I'm in my bag. Yeah, I gotta keep my class. This might be the new #1 single. I need every chip in my box like some Pringles. I get my clothes dry clean, not a single wrinkle. I'ma shine like a star, dick heads watch me twinkle.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Do you really feel him right now?
Listen, I felt you, but you know what really got me? Like all jokes aside, that Pringle situation. I do understand. I really do.
I really need
every Pringle outside.
Pringle in my box.
Absolutely.
No cap.
We're about to go over something little else, little freeway.
Yeah, I'm gonna give y'all a little something about what we do. You feel me? I be getting to the bag. Flip it, count it up, then lock it in the stash. I can show you how to whip it up to make some cash. But now my recipe, my cookbook cuts a tab. Yeah, I'm so wrong. Smoke a half a loud and take a quick trip to Kong. Back to the bando money counter, count it all. Tell her pull up to the scene, no makeup, no bras. Bring your cousin too and have them pretty matching thongs. We gon' make a movie, yeah, we movie stars. Say that she love me, she tryna leave me scarred. Uber her home, tell her she just on my car. She just let them tabs, she just let them bags. Next week I'm with her friend, she FaceTime me, I laugh. Hang up on her, she probably feeling sad. You a bum bitch, hoe bitch, say goodbye. I say niggas act cold. Talked on Twitter, pulled up on him, boy ain't even home. My dogs will light it up, son. You won't have a home. Rather see you in traffic, send a bullet to your. I remember counting pennies, going crazy thinking about how to make a Benji. Young bull, I needed it. I was living crazy. I was patient. That's it. Save me, grind and pray. I say what made me. And man, I can't forget gang. Gorillas on go, big shit, go bang. All my brothers dream chasers, you can't even hang. Be on the block any hour. I'ma make it slang, yeah. I'm part Jamaican. Hit the island, grab a platter, rolling up some faces. Left the country, came home, heard you was taking statements. I know Muslims that will pick, you know. Assalamu alaikum. Nowadays, everybody wanna copy. I sit back and laugh, it's so funny how they rock me. Got your John in my condo. She just trying to top me, tell her nice, slow and freaky. Please do it properly. Man, I seen it all. A rich man supporting, get right back up and ball. Gorillas got the pack, any hour you can call. Hit the mall, Tommy Gucci, Louis, anything to draw. Chasing my dreams, put my mom on the island like she on a movie scene. Get checks, get buckets, all I know is cream. Dick her, then dick her sister, I'm at the family tree. In the Audi, Honda, Hummer van, catch me on the scene. My family, all my support, y'all always kept it on the beam. So be feeling like I'm lost, but I'm staying on both feet. In and out, step back, fade away, I hit the three. Make a play, they call me bucket, cause I'm crafty like some cheese. If what I do is wrong, how would I still be on my feet? How would I still be on my feet? If what I do is wrong, how would I still be on my feet? I said, got it on lock. I be getting fetty, getting chatty, getting guap. In and out the alley, selling oil to them rocks. Back was full of loud, tastes like sour gummy drops. All red Bentley, Nick just scooped me for a drop. Summertime shit, we just dropped the top. Silly rhyming with some edibles, I swear it pop. Call my bro lock and make the party blow up pop. Or in and out, step back, splash, I make it drop. Or Westbrook to the rack, ain't won't let that bro in his pop. My family needs some groceries, and I will never stop. If what I do is wrong, why am I headed to the top? I had to set this cake, I had some crumbs on, I got knots. Yeah, I had some crumbs on, I got knots. I had some crumbs on, I got knots. If what I do is wrong, why am I headed to the top? Chat.
I don't think anything else needs to be said, to be honest.
Yeah.
I would say that's about it.
That's facts.
That's a wrap. Episode 6. Thank you, Jarrell, for coming on, bro. As always.
Thank you, bro.
As
I appreciate
always.
it. Yeah, for sure.
Next week, we're going to have another guest on. So stay tuned for that.
Checking in the mixtape coming soon. Nike Man _REL.
Talk your
Instagram,
shit.
Twitter,
Talk your
Snapchat.
shit. All that. All
Tag
that.
on this bitch.
Bow.
Something bigger coming.
That's
It's
it.
bigger than this.
Let's go.
That's facts. Yo, thanks for tuning in to Rose Review, guys. Peace.